Hello, good evening, and welcome to Orange Football Special with me, Mohamed Toby Kagbo. Just like any other time, Orange Football Special, now the program will tell you all the matter about football, both local and the international stage. Orange Football Special will now come to your TV screen every Tuesday from 10 to 11 p.m. on SLBC Channel 31 or SLBC Channel 31 Facebook page. A Priority Solution Limited, the power Orange Football Special, and at the lead mobile telecommunication in the country in times of voice, data, or corporate social responsibility. Orange, the supporter. Guess what? With they out there, they can shock with valuable customer them with Orange Shocky Love promotion. All you need for do, just do transaction with the Orange money. You will win 3 billion loans in cash prize and 5 brand new Toyota Corolla 2020 edition with the out there for yourself be a car owner. Orange money say, Orange money, be couple, be phone. We'll go for a quick break, we'll come back, we introduce you guys them now the studio and with topic of discussion.
Orange like you, and because we like you, we dey introduce we first loyalty program when our Orange like you, the first ever na salon. This na for sure say we appreciate and love all we loyal customer them. Ready oh? Cause we dey can pamper you with amazing surprise them like you dream birthday party, data bonus, voice and SMS offer them. You go get VIP ticket to all program when our Orange dey sponsor, tourist trips, discounts on prompt postpaid payment, and boku other surprise them. Orange like you now we bally eye, you now we bosom, and you now we body.
Orange.
Welcome back from the quick commercial break. You watch Orange Football Special with me, Mohamed Toby Kagbo. Today we're at the hub of football at the Shaker Stevens Stadium, who side with the host we program for today. As government still the ban on football now the country. Other countries them now the sub-region like Liberia, Ghana and Nigeria. Some of them league don't start and some of them league they about for start. Waiting at the fate of Sierra Leone football. But one person way don't feel say this band overdue. As somebody we get one club now the Premier League, and the CEO and owner of the Premier League club, winner Eastern Tigers. Victor Luis Day inside the studio this evening for Victor Luis Day at the hub of the Shaker Stevens Stadium for can discuss to the football family authorities, more especially the one them way football that affect greatly, whether the coaches, the players and the football fans. And also inside the hub of football at the Shaker Stevens Stadium are there with a civil rights activist in the coordinator for the civil rights coalition, winner Alphonso Manley, they inside the studio. Firstly, Victor, good evening and welcome to the hub of football winner at the Shaker Stevens Stadium.
Thank you very much.
And also to Alphonso Manley, it's a pleasure having you at the hub of football winner at the Shaker Stevens Stadium.
Thanks for having me and good evening to viewers.
These are the two guests that might get inside the studio, and as we will start with topic of discussion as government still not lift the ban on all sporting discipline now the country, more especially football. Who don't know the people who are affected greatly, we're going to run inside the program. I got to turn my attention now to the owner and the CEO and owner of Eastern Tigers Football Club with now Victor Luis. Victor, once more, good evening and welcome to Orange Football Special.
Thank you very much.
Victor, still government not lift the ban on football now the country. As we all know, you know, one person we feel say this ban overdue. First, talk to the people out there, which make you feel say this ban overdue and for the football now.
No, it really don't overdue. It's very unjust to football. I mean, we don't see all other sectors are not open. We see the ferry they run, people in Dede. You look about Dove Courts, you look about Abacha, you look at the churches that all on begin cancer, then people in the go church, school beginning to go school, funerals them all thing, nightclubs them all them people crowd and they go there and everything. Why football? And what I want the government to understand is they don't spend so much money on football when they come. They don't spend so much money on the Premier League. You cannot allow all these gains so that don't make so right now for go down the drain. You understand? So them really for make sure say then try to make let football grab and let football start back like this country and let this ban on sports. It's not about football only, but with the sport about sports in generally. You understand? And all together, we get other disciplines and where they need to do their activities then. You look at the sub-region like I say, Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, Liberia, all these other countries then leagues are going right now and some are about for start. Today, we Sierra Leone not even for start it. And this is really heart-rending, hurtful, and this is a blow to the players then. Because them begging players, that's what so some of them don't get responsibility and get picking for take care of. Yes, and we not get the money for getting all the time when the game not they play. We don't have that kind of money. Yes, and with the game they play, we can see how best we can do for they solve them problems. Them they pay them salary, them small. But for now we cannot do it. So then they're out of job right now. And government have to consider that. Even the relief funds, when they say then they get to other sectors that were affected like tourism and all that thing. Then come to football. Then take the names of the players them and the coaches them. Then say government will do something. Opposite that they not do anything. But we don't worry about that. Okay. But if the game can just start for we can able to find way out for sort ourselves out.
Alphonso Manley, you as an activist, the life of the players them are the key thing on this ban. As an activist, waiting as about the things they want to put to the government for ensure that they lift the ban on all sporting discipline, especially football.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, we all go remember say the ban will be common do from the Ministry of Sports. Government said them ban all sporting activity because of COVID-19. And that one they come out from government. But when Leon Star wan go play friendly for prepare, the letter will go to NACOVAC or the appeal will go to NACOVAC, no state say for lift up the ban in sports entire one. He specifically talks for lift up the ban for allow Leon Star for train. By then some of who be kind side for say wrong. I say no, I say no. I say once and for all, we may follow ensure say because not only football no more, na sporting discipline. If you lift football up, volleyball can grab say you think say volleyball not important. We are all Sierra Leoneans, right? You get some sports say the contact yourself less, like lawn tennis. There is no need for contact on yourself. Beach volleyball, you get less contact. So look at all of them things. Okay, now look at procedure. The WAFA, don't write NACOVAC, don't raise this concern. NACOVAC don't make it clear to them say they cannot engage you. Who is the parent body? In terms if Wale football play, don't like for go get school reopening before school opening. Now the school Ministry of Education makes suggestion to NACOVAC. Say if school open, we go ensure say picking the wear face masks, they wash their hand, all school get hand washing facilities and all. We go even stop them people who go sell na the compound. Then they provide guidelines. Yeah. Where church back open, now the interreligious council now provide guidelines. NACOVAC just look no more. So I want for ask in terms of football, while they lift the ban, or in terms of sports, whose holistic documents was sent to NACOVAC and we state precautionary measures them. Say for instance, if all they lift the ban, let football they all begin train. The train when they go train, they don't go turn out to where they go watch game. For instance, if now they train a parade, thousands of people don't go watch it without face masks. Who security measures they? So the guideline you get for provider to NACOVAC for say yes, because Mr. Sef, like what Victor they talk, it is true. Church they go on, school they go on, nowhere you know complain. It is unfair to the sporting family, it's unfair to the football family, especially when they don't invest so much in football. Especially the heights are too but when they go, they get too much talent. So me believe say that the procedure will not get it correct. Okay. For instance, if now all the sporting discipline for lift, now the NOC, National Olympic Committee, for rights NACOVAC, and NACOVAC will get recourse to NSA and the Ministry of Sports.
Victor, make I bring you in no more relating to it in Alphonso Manley. They say, what about if the government lifts the ban on football in the country and allow the football to continue? As a club owner, you feel say playing matches being closed down before generate anything for the players?
No, it's not that a non-starter. To be honest with you, you cannot play games without behind closed doors. Let we look at the other leagues where they play at the other continent. And Niger will come out soon. We won't play friendly match in Niger. Niger get 15,000 people at the stadium. 15,000 people at the stadium. Yeah, with stadium na 35,000 it take. If na 4,000 self kind or 5,000 self kind size, it's good.
A single game.
Single game.
When some of the precautionary measures, the way you feel say the authority presents to NACOVAC related to lift the ban on football.
That's why I differ small with Alphonso.
Yeah.
I believe say the ministry has to take responsibility. Or the National Sports Agency or whatever it is.
NSA.
Yes, understand. They have to take responsibility. They have to come up with those plans in consultation with these other groups. Because for instance, right now, like I say, WAFA writes NACOVAC, but the reply they sent to WAFA as out Mr. Selon. The NACOVAC people they say make the ministry or NSA write to them and then go do what they do. So this is not a one-man business. You understand? It's just like somebody has to take the responsibility. If the ministry can call all these parties together, all man can put you on together, yes, and then they write NACOVAC now, that thing they done within days. You get my point? But for instance, right, if you select football right, football go right, athletics right, and boxing right, this right, all man right, 40 disciplines there, you get 40 different letter. You get my point?
Yeah,
and if football right, they go letter for them leave football no more, the other disciplines will cry foul.
Exactly. Because
So what we need is we need the ministry to call all these parties together in the emergency meeting. They can sit down and put them measures where I put the talk so because you need them. You see when you can inside, you have face masks, you wash your hand, you see that you stand there almost scatter all in there and company. It's easy thing to be done. It's just like somebody has to take the responsibility and the leadership.
Alphonso Manley, you mentioned that there's some gap between the Football Federation and that of the Ministry of Sports. But NSA are the body really look into all sporting disciplines in the country. We all know say football, they are among the sporting disciplines in the country. Which if you see the role of the NSA in this fact?
No. When you look at the NSA, now the technical arm for sports and business in the country. And then they regulate the association there and then they register them and they understand it and they provide professional training for them and then for the all of them team. The Ministry of Sports, they're responsible for policy. Yeah. In terms of the technicality of the game, also the ministry. Now the NSA, you understand, you see the composition of the NSA, the board, the National Olympic Committee,
Yeah.
if now all of the association in there, they go Victor, they say this right and the right to go back. Who's board do they count that force? What's on the National Olympic Committee? When I make presentation to NSA, say we in terms of the volleyball play, we NOC, National Olympic Committee, they meet to go volleyball and say, now this, and the preventive measure than this. They meet to go basketball and the preventive measure. Then they put all together now. They forward down through the ministry to NACOVAC. Has that been done?
That is the key question. Back to you, Victor, in this story. I think say this ban on football alone creates so many cry from the football family, but especially owner club owners, them, the players, and also the coaches. Alphonso Manley mentioned that when the national team are engaged in the two-friendly match, we see them get a presentation or a release to NACOVAC, and that being granted them for the team go to effective training. But there's a body contact in training. Also, we see it happen inside Mauritania, inside the second game against Niger, where we captain and two other staff to be contact the COVID-19 disease. Supposedly now, football, they say they'll lift the ban on football. Are you clubs prepared to get back to the stadium?
Number one first, that one in Niger, also inside the field and contact her.
Okay.
Now from outside the first country they come out for that. I say some yes, Mauritania. Now somehow they contact them. But we they watch the NACOVAC, they not scale down to how many percent? I think 40% back. Yes.
They scale down by 40%.
By 40%. But that for tell you say now the sick day only decrease.
Yeah.
You know they better again.
But here is,
Yes, sir.
if they lift the ban on football, are you clubs ready to get back to the stadium?
Of course we're ready.
How prepared are these clubs?
No, the clubs are ready. If they tell for us start training, we start training today. The bad part about it is that for let you get a player to fitness to how you want them, it takes 8 weeks.
Yeah, but you need 35 days to prepare.
Now it takes 8
back.
weeks. That's I'll tell you so.
Yeah.
8 weeks is 2 months. So if they can lift her inside this November, possibly, absolutely, first week January league football leagues, they can start. But we have to start somewhere in training.
Start training, one of the key things there, because it entails a lot. They fight a very deadly disease where don't create so many bad images in the world, more especially the wider world where you want to take international best practice. Victor, for the football in the country, will be very much good for get back to the stadium and we see players there, because we see the performance of the players there being the two friendly match, Alphonso Manley, who play against Mauritania and that of Niger. You as an activist, which now your capacity in this fight?
Thank you. We now for talk the plain talk.
Yeah.
We they go in between. Me, if the National Olympic Committee, we don't see those all the other association them, right? Because remember say where NSA been put some provision in our form for register, other take up them. Now NOC and say no, this is contravene international best practice. Yeah. NOC. Now make them part of that. So me believe say, right, if there will be the rights, they don't put some measures. Say NACOVAC, now they want to preventive measures then. NACOVAC not do them, and they turn to NACOVAC. But until they talk, so I just don't ask a simple question. See if they don't write NACOVAC, they don't give suggestion of preventive measures. Say for instance, they don't start the fence, they don't get gates and all thing. You get something in a KT field, they don't get fence, no nothing. What if, because football not they play, train they go on, People then go watch game with crowd, face mask, done nothing. Bossy we get now asymptomatic.
So
They
which
spread them, you don't know say get the disease.
So which body need forget back to Nakova? The ministry or the federation or NSA?
At the ministry.
Forget
Before
to
the
Nakovac.
ministry gets back to Nakovac, the ministry for ensure say other one the way they under the ministry don't do the work. Like for instance, the ministry now they talk to FA direct. It is wrong. Now through NSA, the minister give directive to the National Sport Authority, and National Sport Authority gets back to them.
I think Victor and just one for making
Yeah,
point.
Alphonso talks on the ministry.
Yeah.
So now all the National Olympic Committee, these footballers, SLFA, the other hand, if they slow their foot down for come up with a plan, the ministry as a government, when they represent the government, they want let football play. Then for someone they all to meet and say, hey gentlemen, look what's going on right now. What is football for play?
The government no need. Then the government need for teach them the job, or they need for
but at the same time, the government not go sit down. They look things not go. I supposed to go. They have to be practical also.
Let me
they go call them to book.
Yeah, and this government don't involve.
They don't invest so much
many
on
resources in
sports.
football.
Billions and billions of reals.
And this is a critical time. I
Yeah.
will tell you because me activism, I don't say this for far long past sports. Now critical time. They call this day so. I say the implication them when they lift are now.
Yeah.
The first way the footballer and they call for this play ball and not to play ball, they play ball, not to play ball.
Yeah.
At Congress. They all they hide no more say let football play, for the government lifter. As a lift and a language they change to Congress.
Okay.
So if the government insists, say football for play, the first way FA do not for right to FIFA, or say political interference.
Football in play one.
No, I don't think so.
I make the league where we play. Now that can I say the league at the camp. The league where we play, 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 we for go play CAF.
Yeah.
The FSA na illegitimate league. Nobody not challenge the FA. The government put start 3.5 billion pound. They say no go CAF. This league is illegitimate. We cannot win the FA from the board.
Victor Luis, relating to what Alphonso Manley say, you think say going back to playing football, with not a relation between the Congress and playing football? Are you wondering in this fight the time overdue for leave the ban on sport in this country, not especially football?
No, absolutely. I get a lot of backers them.
Okay.
People in the kind of a PV, they say we thank you very much.
Even so people away in a club owners them.
Oh yes, absolutely. When they kind of people they talk to me, say we thank you very much for this bold step where you don't take and all the rest of it. Some man they feel shy for come forward.
Yeah.
But me and I know they take and make anything. Somebody have to speak out. Somebody have to take this issue and for lead them. And me don't be the person who for come out for speak boldly on this issue.
So Una as a club, this step one at the talks, or not ever meet as a whole and go down to the Football Federation or write to the Football Federation that time they overdue or the ban on football at the
Well, we're not doing it collectively, but this is something where a lot of people would always speak from different quarters where they meet and everything. We all gumble. What's them will tell you say? They say the ministry.
If football start now the country, Victor, Una go ever ask for seed money?
No, that process they don't start already. It don't start already. Government don't start and they don't start to do them. They always want for help. You understand? When they say the whole body for the pandemic, no, but they must sell out for help. But the employment rate of football, you know.
Yeah.
Right now, as I tell you so right now, that boy where they sell bitter cola and presidential in sales song go down. That man where they sell granata presidential in sales song go down. One woman they stand three where they sell food and fry all that thing in sales song go down. We get a lot of families who depend on this sport. Not so we no more. Not the footballers no more. People they can sell, we get bad and all that thing. Them man where they rent bus, then hotel owners say okay go lodge hotel, we players upline, and that way they sell food in the market for cook for players who get game. All man.
Before take the break, I just asked Alphonso Manley this question. Government not a priority for investing into football, more especially for starting a league. But see alone here for the past 2 years now, we don't see league playing in our country. We wholly depend on the support of the government. The question, you as an activist, if government lifts the ban on football now in the country, in your own perspective, you say the clubs they're not ready for get back to the stadium.
Yeah, but the issue with being government can sign a be abnormal term. The government puts money. You know, so when the composition of the Premier Board is the company or the people they go for sponsor the league, they be part of the board.
Yeah.
So which means they forgot for sponsorship. But because issue be there within the FA, everybody knows that issue they're going to court, this, that, anything, you understand? So government no go sit down football no play. So government take the onus to the Ministry of Sports for ensure say football play. Now make I tell you, whether league dey end, then bring back inside FIFA business say the league was not recognized. But we believe say government get the ultimate responsibility. But because these are technical issue, NACOVAC no say football for play, sports for live time. But who side the guidelines they come out? Who therefore provide the guidelines? And the very sporting family, and this they have not done it. Just say if Nigeria they can't play. Me, I wanted to allow fans send for camp. But for local look, you say don't put mechanisms. Say yeah, if now 20,000, they'll make provision for 10,000 fans. Then that will make sure say all their face mark. Alphonso, you get civil society organization. You monitor stand 10. Journalists now monitors. We do as a family. You understand? Okay. For ensure, but this has not been done yet. Okay. So let them go back and ensure say them come with a proposal. I won't go advocate where that proposal don't come for say let's leave the ban in sporting activities.
You watch Orange Football Special at the hub of the Shaker Stevens Stadium. Also, I get Alphonso Manley, a civil rights activist and the CEO and owner of Eastern Tigers Football Club. Victor Lewis disgrace out to government and football authorities to lift the ban on football in the country. We'll go for a quick break. We'll come back continue with the discussion.
Let me tell you something. Orange can bring something for you and me, yeah. Whether you know me from
Maybe you're Spark.
Spark this go give you juicy data bundle for enjoying our Facebook and WhatsApp. Guess 1.2 gigabytes for 9,500 leons weekly. We give you 1.2 gigabytes for free as you join. So Spark, get some nice.
Welcome back from the quick commercial break. You watch Orange Football Special now the hub of football now the Shaker Stevens Stadium with me Mohammed Toby Cargo. Inside we topic of discussion today with a talk on the ban where government not lifted on all sporting discipline now the country, more especially football, because Orange Football Special we focus on football. We're still out there the shock with valuable customer, but the two gentlemen in the studio, Alphonso Manley and Victor Lewis, I believe say and also they use orange SIM. And I believe say you get a Cabo Wangyu Corolla 2020 Toyota edition. All you need to just transaction with your orange money.
I do it every day.
Okay, Victor, what about you?
I do it every day.
So one for sure could have with the orange kilo promotion with it trend all around the country. This is the Orange Football Special at the hub of the Shaker Stevens Stadium. Back to you, Victor. We are fans that don't used to forget us in thousand watch football, but now look at the quietness of the stadium. We don't want football back for camp. So many people that they contact you out there. You able name people and when they come at you say Victor, you need for step forward for them to get football back.
Well, I don't go for tell you say A and B and C. But you get some people that will shy, they just shy no more. Then they shame for kind of public for talk and everything. Me, I'm a very outspoken person. I've been in public light for years now. All my lifetime I did in public light. So I can speak up. I don't need to talk any side. You understand? I don't believe say if I talk, I will lose this friend, I will make that party day. I don't too much
care about integrity in we own a football club now the country in our position, more especially something related to the football federation. We can see so many fairness from we get a football club. You take this bold step, you go continue the step.
Oh yes, absolutely. I've always been there like when it comes to football to speak out. I mean because for me and Victoria, no other person know.
Yeah.
Football is my life. I don't have any other life after football. Apart of me God where they worship me and for take care of my family. The next thing again is football. I don't care about anything, it's football. If I come in my house, I come in my office, the next stop is stadium. Yeah. From stadium back again at my house. I know Sabi Beach Road, I know Sabi Bar Road, I know Sabi Nightclub. Yes, sir. So now make us we say they push for let football play. Becoming something don't know about my life we don't miss it.
Yeah. Alphonso Manley, like I said in the first segment of the program, the life of the players, one of the key priority rather than even to the coaches or to the club owners. As an activist, don't ever contact some of the players for know how they don't get through these 6 to 7 months without playing football.
So on a daily basis, we talk to them. On a daily basis, we interact with them. First of all, I feel for them. Like, you all know say the league will don't reach one kind of peak, you understand?
Yeah.
Where players themselves don't be attracted by international clubs there, where they get opportunity and then they're very good.
Yeah.
So we they feel for them. But at the same time, we always advocate for less something for within the confines of the law. and for follow due procedures. And one of the procedures I go one for the sporting family follow, law will support them. Let them carry the guidelines. Say government will lift sporting ban. When I lift sporting ban, if volleyball is train, are them measures there. If football is train, are them measures there. The way Premier League begin,
Are the measures then?
are them measures there.
I think
and we
Victor,
also go advocate say, don't not play any game behind closed doors. Because
Victor, I
it
think
doesn't make sense to us.
Alphonso Manley don't give you some guidelines who need for walk through for able to fight this fight in lifting the ban because if they really just cancel the fight, open churches and mosques, this is school local. Bosses then still run as the sport. Una now as a football club, una need to take a bold step. Let the public see the importance of football now the country. So all we need from una now, una need to take a very bold step. When are some of those steps that we want to take boldly rather than going to radio station or TV programs? When are some of the bold steps then we will want for engaging for see that with the public see say then club owner also want for see football play back in the country.
There is not much about taking a bold step and everything. We already always in the ministry. Me, I still come back to the ministry to get parties them together.
Okay.
They agree on certain things. Them A, B, and C. Like Alphonso talk. This stand will be monitored. You will wash your hand. They put down the measures. We go follow those measures. Once they put them down for me, we go follow them.
Now, only for put not supposed to put
No, they
down
can't.
for now.
No,
They
they
miss
no,
the
they can't.
point.
Listen. No, they can't.
Okay.
Not to we they run the Premier League, the club say.
Yeah.
We get a body where they run we when the Premier League board day.
That is the Premier League board.
Yes. Now then go at the camp now they run the game.
Yeah.
Not to we they run the game. We not play with the play. They can tell us say, okay, now every club where you can play, if they host too much, now A, B, and C for do and for make sure say this happen.
That
And then
is
self,
communicated so now from the Premier League board.
exactly. But the Premier League board, but for let them get them things and back again, then get for that makes what they call. When the FA goes to with the ministry and all that, then they say we'll go back again, they all put their ideas together. This is a collective business of one person. I want to talk on a very sensitive issue. You see, we get Mohamed Kalon today.
Yeah.
When the one on wall, Mohamed Kalon. You get me?
Yeah.
Who say Mohamed Kalon?
See,
That's Sierra Leone. Who's the team they play? Sierra Leone Home League.
Yeah.
So it's an emphasis go put on this football when they call them. Will they reduce unemployment? Will they make more other families better? The Zengeles, the Marseilles, the Texas, the Poboskis, the Strassas, all of them they oversee now. But this league they come up plan. So this league needs to be taken seriously.
Okay.
You understand? That is the help for employment and government.
Around football special, been talked to the Secretary General of the Sports Writers Association, Samaris Jr., on the disadvantage where the ban don't create to football now the country and sport at large. And I did see me get for say to around football special.
I would take them in two different fold. First and foremost, the ban, health-wise, it be there in place because we all know how serious COVID day, and we don't see how it all ravaged the world. Although people and some man get their own perception about COVID, but at that time they have been totally needed for such a decision be taken. To be honest with you, not so an easy tax for sports. I don't even say so as an association a whole, but as sport journalists myself and other sport journalists them, including the young sport journalists that really come up now full, it really don't be a challenging moment for them, you know, in covering sport. You know, although sports reporting not just limited to the action on the pitch, reports what happen, it go beyond that, but now a challenging time for sport journalists there. You know, without active football, the play, without active game, the play, you know, the tax difficult as to how you go get when the game they play. At least you go get more interviews. In one game you go get more interviews and different angle to a story. But now, except you get to go beyond the pitch, get interviews with administrators, get interview with individual players. At this time you receive profile interviews and other reporting. But really it'll be a difficult time. Thank God now we see the national teams in the team. We at least that need even help now for ease that kind of time when you know we get even no football in action. Well, as you rightly say, we are partners. One thing we do first as an association, we not sit down full foot at this particular period. One, we work with international body, we are the AIPS, ensure say we get some of we colleagues, sport journal members them undergo training, because we should also, that active and the likes, at least upgrading an individual self get a long way for go. And I will confirm to you, say we don't get several meetings with the Football Association, and one of the fruitful meeting are that SWASA self benefits from the FIFA COVID package we then sent to the Sierra Leone Football Association, and very soon we will do the capacity building training, and already we get another part of it. We now the SWASA membership, we currently the school, the university, they said therefore benefit from that. So that tells you we still engage, and the engagement's not only limited to something we not get for do it. The volley see this ball starts rolling. That engagement we still there on them also with the FA, ensuring remember them cover international matches when they come fast, and also ensure say the league that not a SWASA decision for say we will see league start next month or no, but all we they do now that engage necessary authorities and see how best a level play field for membership in terms of reporting. But we all know the times right now. It's now COVID 10, and even though we see government is restriction now, but still, for still members say the COVID still there, and we see the other part of the world, the reoccurrence, the hike, the cases don't really go back. So we get to be mindful of that also. My message now that first I will start with my colleagues, sport journalists. Let we keep on. There are other angle in reporting. There are other ways it will still get the report. COVID, yes, it gets an impact, it gets an effect, but that notwithstanding, you go out for the news, search for the news, you will still get her. And in doing it, I will advise them, I will advise colleagues, still do them in line with the government recommendation. Stay safe, put on your face masks, and keep your social distance in doing your job.
That now being Samuel Junior, the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Sports Guys Association, with the talk to Orange Football Special on the disadvantage with the ban on sports now the country, more especially football, don't create a very, very big thing in Sierra Leone. Back to you in the studio, back to you now the hub of the Striker Stephen Stadium, Alphonso Manley and victories. But Alphonso Manley, we don't get from victories, more especially that they're ready for take the step because they want to see football play back in the country. What supportive measures as an activist for the club owners then?
So a point for Notianda,
yeah.
Go say football for play, not to Premier League no more.
Okay.
Go for the League Day, Community League Day. So it is not the responsibility of the Premier League board.
Okay.
And this from the day one I don't say what they miss.
So Victor, you just advocate for Premier League play rather than community football.
You want to say government will not let Premier League play. Who feed into the Premier League? Who say they go see Premier player for campaign play? Community League there for play.
Yeah.
So this is why not to Premier League board. They deals with the association. Association deals with the NSA.
Okay.
You take and go to the ministry. Ministry is not to Nakova. Nakova cannot talk to any one of them. But then forget a process where for bring everybody inside. Bring Pasamaka sit down. Say game they play na parade. What do you think say for happy?
If it this and this
bring
and this
Victor can sit down. If game they play na stadium. So not to Premier League but no more.
Yeah.
It's general. You get school league, you get different. I make I say them ban sports. You not say them ban only football. Right, so you can forget a measure when you look at all kind of football when they play. Now I mean they talk.
Until I bring Victor, you know one person I can't Victor. You know one person who will get players them unknown players and can make headline at the Sierra Leone Premier League. You're not the first coach you're not the first manager to get a female coach as head coach for a Premier League club. Now Alphonso Manley in a statement, not just the Premier League. How you gonna get bleeding players if you not get community football?
Well, I believe say we're not going to get all team one-to-one so.
So we just need for start from the top aside.
Yes, and
why you feel we need for start from the top?
Because
you cannot support that.
At the camp, what make you need for be by phase?
Yeah.
For example, right now, Leo Stadium will play 2 friendly matches.
Yeah.
We play Mauritania and we play Niger.
Yeah.
The results were not good. You understand?
But the performance.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah.
The results were not good. We're not able to use most of we foreign based players because of the sick.
Okay.
So, but if we can get to the local league, we play small. The players if we don't fit more and more for them to go play. Right now, England don't lock.
Yes.
We get vital players in England who they don't discover right now. We right back and we let back. When they play so good against that Mauritania game, they might not come. Who say you want to put up or replace them? Probably in the home league. And if this home league not they play, players are not up to Ireland for day. What do you expect? They can spend billions and hundreds of thousands of dollars against Nigeria for go and come back again.
Now
when they can play one of Africa's strongest giants.
Now somebody will watch you out there will say Victor only advocate for the clubs in the Premier League. What about Division 1 and Division 2? We're also the part of the Sierra Leone Football Association.
The FA structure, Division 2, Division 1 and Premier starts first. No idea of.
Okay.
Community leagues will come later. Okay. As with the like test case, we see say the Premier League and the Division 1, Division 2, they don't go fine. No case not the commodity so okay now. Community football will lead to market game. Okay. It has to be a process. But what even the time of say, government nobody put so much money for football, then we don't have result. Therefore, get them players and fit. Forget a player for fit or play football. Now 8 weeks they take now. Yeah. Some players don't begin pull belly, we not going to use the game at this league. So man, age the tell on them.
I think we reach to that.
So we need to start some side.
In one of the programs for know the fates of the Premier League clubs. They know especially with players that don't sit on like 7 months when able to play active football now the country. Back to the activist in the studio, at the hub of the Shaker Stevens Studio, Alphonso Manley. I think say always the hits on Victor when we get back to him. Community league, where you mentioned, one of the things that we don't create so many good image in terms of developing young players in the country, but the sustainability of some of these community leagues don't create more danger. Like you mentioned, the Central Football Association, we're up to now the league they at the quarterfinal stage. Like for 2 years now, we will see the start. Now bring in the Central Football Association in a meeting, say this and this on need for do if we get football back. These are the mentions. You feel today they will march up into the mentions then as an activist.
So lad, go back. When Premier League not really playing at this country, community.
But there was nothing like COVID.
Yes,
now
I come, yes. So the community league, if you lift Premier League, the ban for the Premier League play, the other leagues are not playing. The people the way they can watch the game, they be dissatisfied. Because them fans send the way they support Lions and get them community team.
Yeah.
Now when they go look game now, my better than they satisfied they will not can stadium.
Yeah.
Now when they go look game now, parade and they satisfied they all discuss and can stadium. We don't see Premier League the game they play now, stadium the empty, community league they full up. So don't not take this package go half to government. That will take a package go to government and it can be implemented by phases.
But then you don't feel I come Alphonso Manley, you don't feel that's in the department of the Western Area Football Association, but especially some of the community organizers them affiliate with WAFA. You don't feel this is the step of WAFA also for being into this fight for league football for their playback in that country.
So that's what WAFA did. They wrote NACOVA. And NACOVA said, no, we cannot discuss with you. Let's have the parents' body.
Okay.
Good.
And the
parents know say if FA they go talk, FA no go talk no more for Premier League.
Yeah.
They go talk for the boy picking, the girl picking, the owner disabled, they go talk for them all. You understand? Yeah. And they get a strategy. I am in support for the game they can play. Even at Tida, I'm in support.
Yeah.
But let the family come with the guidelines. When once they come with the guidelines, we will support them. And waiting we there against this behind closed door game. We will not reach a level in a saloon. Believe say I will be advocates now. When they can play Nigeria game now, let's look at the capacity of the stadium. We get half the stadium. Okay. Otherwise, go close golf courts. Okay. Otherwise, go close schools park. Go and close churches. If them body and they meet and there have been no problem, we will not believe say for disadvantage the sporting family because Victor in happiness when they talk for so now we fans and can do.
Yeah, that's it.
And when the fans win, there is the economic aspect they can side. When the fans then go put some money for their continue for paying player. You cannot expect Victor the money for take one home and they put some. But if you forget an avenue where they able for entertain with the fans them and we put money into the game. When that light is correct. But also let's there be a clear guideline we go direct to say if game for begin playback and ABC for the games.
Victor, we get a release from the self-football association relating to the CAF license of Unasi Football Club owner there. What about if we go back into football? They ask for all the clubs to present that to the football association to see if clubs they will match up to the CAF license procedures.
The process never starts. You understand?
Yeah.
If we start right now, we will not play. The real league will not start until 2 months. I can tell you. Say it takes 2 months to 8 weeks for get a player to the fitness.
So how now will they prepare for training? That's
how we prepare for all the things and some of them things is all follow me time.
Sure, because you get to secretariat
yes,
now.
We get to secretariat, we get a second team, we get a running account, we pay players them too, we pay by and again.
We ever submit an annual budget to the CLM Football.
We don't do that one day. I make a success some of the things and then we need to do them.
Annual reports.
Yeah, annual report. We team our own boss now. We need to do other things then. You get me? So we will get there. It's a process. It's small.
Okay. So in this club license system, let me just say this. It all started back in 2006 with FIFA, then we get the Congress and Munich and Germany.
Yeah, and Germany.
Yes. At CAF level in 2017,
it came into force.
But then begin the discussion in 2012.
Yeah.
2012,
2014.
Right. Then don't train. Even the one they within a Starfire, CAF don't train. Go on a CAF website, say they don't train local people there.
Yes.
How for can ensure they engage in clubs there. And you get to they call minimum standard. They don't mean say the club license system. Me say forget criteria A to criteria C.
There is also
there is also a minimum, and
yes.
you can't forget a board or a body where SLF for set.
Okay.
When they for say okay, this ball don't look fit to a club, it meets the minimum standard, you can go play. That body no dey.
Okay.
That make me blame the FA.
Okay.
Because that body that body dey. That way look at the procedure. Not so even the FA directly, like when the FA get Premier League board, and so the FA forget board, the way they look at the club license system, it is part of the procedure.
There is one important person down the CLM Football Association who is the head of competition, and also in charge for register clubs for own a license, the license manager. So Ibrahim Cisse, as the head of competition, one of the Premier League teams, them or go through the Premier League board for engagement in a meeting concerning the bandit.
We don't ever go meet them long day or discuss them. Okay. But we already meet on different quarters them where they discuss the issues there. So. I can tell you for free say, no absolutely personally per sport or football when all this ban can be lifted.
Alright.
Me like one game big at the big. And they want to let the ministry take the bull by the horn. They get the camper meeting and tell them say, look, gentlemen, this have to be done, this have to be done. All my put in the ministry, they for show that leadership, they show tell them say they're serious. They don't government when they council, they value sport and value football, then they spend per hand and so they for see results.
You watch Orange Football Special at the Hub of Football at the Shaka Stadium. I see Alphonso Manley very much. Alphonso Manley, all walks of life, we don't see the advocate, you put more pressure. But in this time of football, we don't see that efforts or any rights from Alphonso Manley or any activist movement that football. Now 7 months we only saw Alphonso Manley. No football now comes to the life of the players, the coaches. Only one will benefit, just one will get national assignments. What you do about advocates on behalf of the coaches?
Now, you know, our can do a program where we can talk of issues of integrity in the game.
Okay. We will create some.
Yes, because there are a lot of issues we bothered around that one we will talk about now.
Okay.
But be it as it may, I am with the players.
Okay.
I am with the team.
Okay.
This stadium was done, so I don't get office now for 15 years. No sporting discipline, I don't know about, I don't know me, but they are my family. What I don't want, tomorrow, 2 person get COVID. We not even come on at the sporting family and say, yeah, I want to live to and not get guidelines. And I make what in the education sector back, we insist, school get guidelines.
Yeah.
And what in the ministry do, you get NACOTs, you get different conference of principle, different one. And they all come together with TSC, we put guidelines, including the civil society for education. Go to school open, so let them go and do it.
So
come and present the guidelines to me.
Why can't the same thing not be done in sport? That's what they asked for.
Who took the lead?
The ministry has to take it to
college
college
people. It is not the ministry, hold on. So now I make an advice you now.
No, Alphonso, I don't go disagree.
All right, thank
The
you.
ministry they run sport at this country.
No, it's not the ministry who runs sports.
Okay, well,
It is not the ministry
NSA?
who runs sports.
The National Sport Authority.
yes.
Then are the mandate.
What are the boss?
The parental body is the
No.
Ministry of Sport.
The NS, what are the
All
NS?
over the world and they try for put politics and sports. At
Yes.
the time of it, so it's me. Now the very one we can say FIFA political interference. So this is where I get the NSA, when an independent professional body,
Okay.
where you're in charge with the whole responsibility. If you look at the act, you know, we bring it to being
Yeah.
the NSA. So what the NSA for do, Victor be don't talk and find.
Yeah.
The NSA now can call all the association they are.
Okay.
Say, we now go get guidelines. And when they call the all under the umbrella body, not forget back, say get the National Olympic Committee.
The NOC.
The NOC. Now, if you are reach to all of the one and they make one call to the NOC, they get all.
All right.
Okay, now someone to big deal. If the ministry on the or the NSA
Yeah.
not calling people as people are considering for the guy football, this game not go play.
So we would need for take the
Then
bull by
the
the
need
horn.
to take the bull by the horn and someone them people are super
Inside
meeting.
interference kind side.
No, those are interference then though.
right,
Then for one benefit, some interference.
All right, thank you
Interference
very-
for
thank
what
you.
they call it.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen in the studio. The CEO and owner of Eastern Tigers Football Club, and Alphonso Manley, the coordinator for Civil Rights Coalition. Me, na Mohamed Sobika, will make Oran Football Special reaching at the hub of football at the Sheikh Stephen Stadium, but you know they even hear no noise because the place is still quiet. 7 months when I come back to the stadium for watch the most beautiful game with na football. I want to say a very big thank you to the camera team, to Richie Bona, to the new man Murray, and the restless MC Owen, the producer for Oran Football Special. Me, na Mohamed Tobi Kagbo. All the join the fight, they appeal to government for lift the ban and all sporting discipline at the country, more especially football. Goodbye.
Orange.